Hi, Stella.
Hi, Manasi.
Thank you so much for being here to talk to us about the workshop that you're offering, the series of workshops that you're offering in January for us around the No-Fault Zone game. And I'm super, super thrilled to talk to you. So far, we've been talking about your passions and your life's journey, and I'm really excited to bring that into the world and share more about it. Before we begin, maybe I can say that this is a conversation about a three-part series of a workshop, which will happen on January 2nd, 16th, and 30th, 3 hours each with Stella Alexandrian, who's a French certified NVC trainer. Um, and I'm going to let her tell you more about it. So maybe we could start with a little bit about you. Would you like to share some, who you are, how you came to NVC, and uh, I understand you have a very special connection with smiles, and I was wondering if you'd like to talk about it.
Yes, my belief is that we all come to the world with a unique, a beautiful gift and or passion or drive. And mine was probably maybe coming from a family with Armenian origins who lived the genocide at the beginning of the 20th century. There's an urge for life. There's an urge to preserve life inside me. It's very, very deep. Comes from my inheritance. And then I like to bring life in a very grounded way, something that is the basement and that will bring growth afterwards. So I started as an orthodontist with teeth. You know, teeth is a very one of the strongest tissue in the body, and to help to support young adults to smile to life, to bite into life strongly. So and to see them grow with these beautiful smiles, yeah, it was a passion. And it brought me safety, financial safety for me and my family, a lot of love also coming back from the patients. But at a at 50, you know, there's a turning point for many human beings. When you have received a lot from life, you want to bring back. And I was always interested in self-development tools. I tried to find a way to be in my own life when my boys, I have 3 kids, my boys were teenagers, and I wanted to find a way to be aligned with my values. Was finding myself too violent, and I wanted to stay connected with them and keep my values at the same time. So they made me grow, and I discovered NVC, and I was using it, you know, for many years, like some self-development tools. And when I went to the first IIT, International Intensive Training in NVC, it was in Kenya, and I had the chance to meet so many social workers there, and so the impact this tool could have in their social work and in social change in general. I say, wow, I cannot keep this treasure for myself. It's so easy to have trainings in Europe. I would really like to share this more widely with publics who don't have access to it financially or geographically. And just also the encounter, to see the richness, the wealth of the way of using NVC. There's not only one way, there's so many ways, and people in Africa were so creative. So I was inspired back by them too. And that's why I decided to become certified. And that's also my passion in hopefully to come to India and at least to share with you tools that have helped me and supported other communities that I trained in Africa or in
Mm.
Europe of all ages. And the No-Fault Zone game is one tool that I really cherish, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for speaking to your journey. I knew a little bit about it, but not so much in depth. And I'm noticing these strands of resonance between what we are trying to do with Living Bridges, which is about really, you know, not just NVC within and my life, but also to find that resonance in the outside world. And how do I take this beautiful thing and live it really in a way that has an impact on more than just mine, more than just what is visible. And I really value hearing that. And that also brings us to the no-fault zone game, which is what you're offering us in January. Um, this is something I've really wanted to learn for a very long time. And like you said, geographical access is a question, so I've not so far been able to access it. So very excited on my end. And would you like to say more about what this will be?
It would be 3 sessions of 3 hours with 2 weeks in between, during which the participant can integrate the content, experiment, and then have a debrief on the following session. The idea is to offer two things. One, experience of NVC directly, to dive into NVC in a very simple way. So you don't need to know NVC before. And if you know it, you will discover another way to dig into it, to dive into it. And the other objective is to experiment and see me sharing a tool that you can eventually, as a future trainer with the communities, people who don't necessarily have education, whichever age it can be, you can use it, experiment it immediately, and use it to share what you've learned and learn at the same time. It's really a seed that's invited to grow and grow more and empower people, you and the people you will share it with.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's about not just about, first of all, like a real openness to anyone with whatever experience of NVC or no experience of NVC. I heard you say future trainers, and I could imagine future trainers also being future change makers of any tradition, really. And also about something you can take and learn and play with and then start using it really immediately. So it has this immediate application. Yeah.
Exactly. It's very accessible. NVC is very tricky because here in Europe it takes workshops and workshops to learn it, because people mix the NVC is also a way of changing in your brain the way you interact, reducing reactivity, having access to your awareness. So it takes time, of course it takes time, and at the same time it's simple. It's paradoxal. So getting the content, the essence through the game is possible. Then the invitation is to practice. And it can be a support also for practice group, like learning a new language.
Yeah.